Hello, welcome to the tutorial video on using calculators to solve simple mathematics questions. Okay, so in this video, we go through how to use a calculator to solve basic mathematics questions. Okay, all right, let's start. So I have my calculator, and I'm to use this calculator to solve a lot of math equations. Okay, let's first look at how to use the calculator to solve linear equations. So no matter how the equation is given, you'll be able to use the calculator to solve so far as the equation is linear. Okay, all right. So firstly, let's say your calculator is off. Okay, so you press the on, you all know it, then it comes. Using this to solve your linear equation, first there is a part on the calculator that has this key, the alpha, and you have the shift. Okay, you can see that the color of the alpha is red and the color of the shift is somehow orange. I don't know if that is correct, but it's somehow orange or yellow or something like that. Okay, so whatever key that has the color red on it, it means you are supposed to use the alpha in order to call for that key. Okay, if you want to call for keys with the yellow color, you are supposed to use the shift. Okay, so let's see. I have a linear equation to solve here. This is the question. Solve for x in the equation x plus 1 times 5 minus 2x into brackets 1 plus 1 over x all equals 0, right? So to solve this, now I come to my calculator and I'll point. The first part is what? Bracket. Okay, so if you want to type bracket, you just go to where the bracket is. You go to where the bracket is and you point the bracket, the open bracket. You open it. Then the first thing is x plus 1. Where is an x? There is an x here, just on top of the closed bracket. But this x is colored red, right? So before we can point the x, you have to press what? The shift. Sorry, the alpha. So press alpha, then the alpha sign will come here on top of the calculator. You see that A, then you come and press your x. So you just came, right? Then plus, you are saying this is the question we are solving. Okay, so plus x plus 1. Sorry, x plus 1. Then we close it. Okay, you are saying times 5. Okay, then minus 2x. So 2, then x, you go here into brackets. So times the open brackets 1 plus the fraction 1 over x. Okay, so it's 1 over x. Same thing, alpha x. Then you put the cursor to where the bracket is, when you point our bracket. We are saying this is equal to what? 0. Where do I see the equal sign? Okay, there's an equal sign here. This equal sign only works for the output of whatever that you want to get. Okay, but there's an equal sign in this, on this calculator, that we use to point equations. Okay, so above the calc, this calc means calculate or solve. Okay, so this, if I want to call the equal sign is here and it's colored red, so I point alpha, then this one. You see the equal sign just came. Then you point your equal towards 0. So in order to solve this, you have to tell the calculator to calculate for x or solve for x. And there's a solve function here. The solve is colored what? Yellow. Okay, so you press the shift, then solve. So the calculator has asked us that we should solve for x. Yes, indeed, that is what we want. So you come and press equal to. And so you wait for the calculator, and it's saying that x is equal to -1. This is very simple, right? So you don't need to go through the process, open the bracket, group like terms and the rest. Okay, so that is one point in solving what linear equations. Okay, I hope this is understandable, right? So let's go to solving simultaneous equations. When you are given equations like this, which is not linear, you have two equations. The first equation is 8s plus 2y equals 46. You have 7x plus 3y equals 47. Okay, so we are trying to know how to solve the basic equations that we know. So in solving simultaneous linear equations, what you do is first you come to the mode. Okay, the mode here is black. Anything that is black here on the calculator, you point that thing and it will come. Okay, so this doesn't need any shift or anything. The setup here that is here is yellow, and then if you want to set up the calculator, you need to use the shift. We'll do a video on setting up the calculator, but now for now let's do this. So if I want to go to the simultaneous linear equation, I have to change the mode of this from one single variable to a different mode. So I press the mode, then on the mode we have COMP. You have this one, we have start, we have base, we have a lot of things here. Okay, but here we are interested in doing what equations. We're interested in doing equations, so we just come to the number 5, which is equations. So we press the 5 and come here. Here we have 1, which is anx plus bny equals cn. And we have the second one is like this. This is 3 terms. You have this as a quadratic function and this as a cubic. The first one is what we are interested in. This is a form that we want. You want something x plus something y equals something. Okay, so this first one is the one that we use to solve simultaneous linear equation, which includes only two unknowns. Okay, so if I want two unknowns, I use the first one. So here, like we said, let's start. So we press mode, then you press what 5, then you come and press the first one. That is what we are interested in. You press 1. Okay, so you press 1 and it comes. So you see that we have a b c 1 and we have 2 a b c. The first one is, what is the equation? If you could see, I press the mode again. Let's go here and see. You have anx plus bny equals cn. So the question is, what is our a in the first one? The an means a1x. When n is equal to 1, you have a1x, b1y, and c1. You have, when n is equal to 2, you get a2. So the 1 indicates the first equation. So an means the first equation is a1. That will give us 8. B1 will give us 2, and c1 will give us 46. In the second equation, we have the 2. So a2 will give us 7, b2 will give us 3, c2 will give us this. Okay, so like I said, you press your 1. So the a here is what? First a1 is what? 8. So you point what? 8 on the calculator. Then you press, after pointing 8, you press equal to. Then the second one is b is what? 2, the first equation. And c in the first equation is what? 46. Then you come to the second equation, a is what? 7. And b is what? 3. Whatever you press or you point, just press equal to and it will send it to the box for you. And then c is what? 47. So 47. And you press, like we said, you press equal to. Now we are done. We fed the calculator with all these inputs. If the moment I press equal to, it tells us that x is equal to, from this equation that we are solving, x is equal to 22 over 5. And I press equal to again, y equals 27 over 5. This is pretty cool, right? So you don't need to use equation 1, y is equal to this, substituting it into this and the rest. So you use calculator and then it will give you the answer straight away. If the examiner says show working, you can use this, predict the answer and put it there and work towards it. Okay. Alright, so what if I have a quadratic equation? How do I do it? So with the simultaneous linear equation, if it is three unknowns, let me go and show you. There's a three unknown side. The question, the two. Okay, so let's say you have x, y, z, and you want to find this using simultaneous equation. Then probably you need three equations. Okay, so you press 2, and then these three equations will be generated. So let's say my first one is this, that, and sorry. See, we have c here. Let's say 2, 0.2, sorry, and there is a d here. Okay, so like that. So let's talk about something else. When there is a quadratic equation, how do I go about it? Okay, so I want to solve the quadratic equation here, and this, like I said, we are dealing with equations for now. Okay, so I press the mode, still go to equation because it's a quadratic equation. Okay, then look at where the power of x is squared. That's the quadratic equation. So we have as squared plus bs plus c equals 0. So the same format as this. Now we have the third one is what? The one with the quadratic equation. So you press 3 on the calculator. Okay. Now, what is the question? What is a? Quadratic equation is as squared plus bs plus c. Okay, so our a is what? The coefficient of s squared, which is 1. So I come here and press what? 1. Then I said you press what? Equal to, and it will enter it. Then negative 17. Then 12. Positive 12. So now x1 is equal to 17 plus square root of 241 all over 2. And x2 is equal to 17 minus that. So if, let's say, this was an exact value, like 2 or 3, would have been given 2 or 3. Okay. All right. I hope this is okay for quadratic equation. So wherever you are solving any mathematics question and you meet quadratic equation, you want to be fast in your exams or whatever you are doing, you just use this format and then you get the answer straightforward from there. Okay. Cubic functions. So if I want to do a cubic equation, what do I do? Like I said, the mode, this is an equation, so I press number 5, which is equation, and I press the cubic is what? 4, the one with the cube. So I press number 4. Okay. Then it's as cubed plus bs squared plus cx plus d equals 0. So here we come, the coefficient of s cubed is what? Which is a, which is what? 3. So I just press 3. Now press what? Equal to. Then 1. I'll press equal to.